Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie begins with a man having pleasurable moment with a woman, the man named Audie. His attention was caught up with the news of women boxing championship competition, coming up that was announced on TV. Audie is a failed boxer who, despite being very talented, falls victim to the dirty politics in the boxing association. Next scene, here is head coach Dev, watching accusation caught on tape leveled against him. In the tape, Audie exposes to his mentor how the head coach smeared vinegar on his gloves and blinded his eyes in a championship final in 1996. Consequently, Audie lost the match and that wrecked his career. Dev's way of selecting girls who he sleeps with among the ladies, this of course makes Dev angry. Following that, people gathered watching the lady boxers, one in red and the other in blue, in a friendly fight to prepare for the coming event. Audie is now a coach for the women's boxing teams, but seeing the weak performance of the ladies in the ring, he is extremely angry and frustrated with the head coach selection. This makes the referee stop the match and asked if Audie will like to get into the ring. He immediately apologized and the match continues. Eventually, the lady in red wins the match and everyone claps as Audie encourages her. Later that day, Audie is summoned by the associate committee. Sitting in the committee room, he enters with drink in his hand and sits in front of everyone sipping his drink in very composed and relaxed manner. Due to his rift with the association head coach, Audie is falsely charged with sexual harassment and he is hereby suspended. Hearing this, Audie was extremely furious, expressing his anger towards the head coach, but he was stopped by his mentor, Rakesh. He advises the head coach that Audie is the best coach they have got. He cannot be suspended based on unverified anonymous accusation at the crucial moment of preparing for the championship. Dev replies that punishment is expected by the committee. This makes him reconsider and order his transfer to Chennai. Rakesh disagrees, explaining that Chennai is a remote village with poor boxers with no infrastructure. Audie is a complete waste there. This time, Audie becomes extremely angry and attacked the head coach, grabbing his manhood. Others intervene, dragging him away while Dev groin in pain. Following day, Audie is on motorbike as he routes his way to Chennai village with his bag back behind him. His journey to Chennai will take him 72 hours. He camps himself along his way to rest at nightfall, refuel at a gas station before he continues his journey. He finally arrives to the village and asks for direction to nearby guest house where he rests and settles. The following morning, he arrives at the boxing gym center where he was warmly welcomed by Pandian with Audie's banner on the wall. He introduces himself as junior coach. After that, a boxing tournament is organized to honor him as the junior coach tells him about their village super champions. Lux is one of the local champions who has been boxing for 8 years, arriving late to the venue. The match begins with Lux in the red dress and her partner in blue dress. As the fight continues, Audie suddenly lost interest as the fight lacks what it takes to be champion. Lux manages to hit her opponent with straight punches as audience claps and hails her alongside her sister Madhi. Despite her skillful performance during the match, meanwhile, Lux is cheated here. Her opponent is declared as the winner and Lux started crying. Audie is immediately approached by junior coach and Madhi to interfere in the outcome of the match, but Audie tells them that if only Lux fights with a boss daughter, all she needed was a knockout, so he cannot intervene. This gets Madhi angry and rushes toward the judges to cause commotion, seeking justice for her sister. Audie is caught off guard as he witnesses how Madhi is throwing her punches and hook with all her strength, her punches knocking down the judges one after the other while some of them fainted with a punch knockout, and Lux rushes in to separate her sister. However, Madhi is such a tough and stubborn fighter that doesn't give up easily. Pandian explains to Audie that Madhi is not a boxer but a troublesome fish seller in the neighborhood. The next day, Audie is spotted at the market in search of Madhi. He spots Madhi at her stand bullying one of her customers who came to buy fish from her. He approaches as he seats in front of her, quickly asking where she learned boxing. She ignores Audie and just asks him to leave so that she can concentrate on her business. But instead, he brought out some money and offers give Madhi $500 to train her for a few hours daily. Audie leaves as she agrees his offer, showing how happy she is. She quickly rushes home to inform her sister Lux and their parents. The next morning, she arrives at the boxing gym and meets Audie waiting for her with others and instructed her to warm up. Audie is so amazed seeing her doing press-up just on one hand. During the training, she warns Audie to keep his distances, thinking he is seducing her to take advantage of her. This makes Audie to call one of his trainees to have friendly fight with her. Despite Madhi's strength, but she lacks punch basic techniques, she is knocked down with a punch. In the next scene, Dev is receiving call from his contacts spying on Audie in Chennai, telling him about his new discover boxer. This got Dev worried and tells him to keep his eye on them, thinking about next line of action. Madhi and his sister seem to have pissed some guys up in the village, so they gather around to revenge. Just like a flash, Audie appeared from nowhere to rescue her. Just after that, vigorous training begins and she get paid as agreed. Later, due to Adi's ruthless training methods and Madhi's aggressive nature, the two don't get along and Madhi leaves. Pandian decides to advise Adi to take things easy with the girls because of the nature of his training they are not used to. However, Madhi pushes around a very truck with anger and all energy she has. This surprises others and Adi himself. In the Amateur Boxing Academy competition, Adi invites Rakesh to witness the local match and see how great he has done with his talent discovery. He introduces Lux and the rest of the team, but Madhi snubbed them. Lux performs excellently well in her fight. She is so happy as she wins her match, but during Madhi's fight with her opponent, she deliberately punches the referee and get disqualified so as to get back at Adi, but everyone is disappointed. She shows no remorse. Instead, she smiles and explains to her sister that she did that so that Adi will be left no choice than to prepare Lux ahead the competition so that she can fulfill her dreams. Rakesh expresses her disappointment and advises him to cut her off before she disgraces him at the national competition. Now, Dev feels threatened as a result of the news of Adi's talent hunt, so he immediately calls off Adi's suspension and asks him to resume to the camp. However, Adi still believes Madhi can still make great boxer and rule as world champion, so he later meets Madhi's parents for permission to take their daughters along to the national training camp and stay in hostel with him, so their daughters can work hard on training. This will give them the opportunity to become somebody in life, otherwise their talent will be a waste in the village. They agree and Adi gives them some money for upkeep. Madhi misunderstands his intention. She quickly runs with Adi money in hand. Fortunately, she sees him in a shop, confronts him that he wants to take advantage Lux and her, but later she finds out that Adi has sold his bike to buy new training equipment for her and sort out her family needs. She regrets her action and felt so sad. At the national camp, she then dedicates to starts training. Just after she wins all her fights and becomes happier, she later reveals her feelings for Adi, but he promptly rejects her that he only sees her talent, nothing more. He just advises her to stay focused on the competition ahead. On the day of the qualifying match, during the warm-up before the match, Lux, jealous of her sister, injures Madhi's hand. Consequently, she loses in her match to qualify for the major competition. Angry Adi thinks that she lost intentionally again, drags her away from the pitch and throws her out of training camp. She is devastated while returning back to Chennai. Her mother encourages her while her father scolds her for the misfortune and shame she brings to the family. This got her angry. She packs her clothes and leaves the house. She then has the flashback of her training moment. Not only she enjoyed the training, but she was also well taken care of. Dev is checking out Madhi pictures on his tablet. He is so tempted seeing her innocent and pretty looks, he decides to call her back to Delhi for woman exchange tournament. Pandian tells her the news while others clap and rejoice. Next scene, Dev meets Madhi and Pandian in Delhi. He tells her to get prepared to fight a tough heavyweight Russian boxer. Pandian advises that Madhi is a lightweight boxer, however Dev ignores him. He just boasts about his achievement as the women head coach and walks away. The match begins as Madhi throws punches with anger, but the Russian boxer Natalia knocks her out in few seconds. Pandian rushes in the pitch to rescue her. A demotivated Madhi is seeing approaches by Dev with an indecent seduces, to which she reacts by injuring him. Next, Dev takes revenge as Madhi comes for her morning training in Chennai. She is arrested on false theft charges. The police arrested her. A man approaches her, said she messed with the head coach, then advises her to kiss her glove goodbye. The police drag her away, then put her in the police van. At police station where she is locked, she immediately reaches out to Adi on phone, then begs him for help as she cries while police beat her. Adi comes to her rescue and bails her out. Pandian feels so excited and got emotional, bidding them farewell. Adi later takes Madhi to Delhi to get her a wild card entry into the World Boxing Championship. Lux is so surprised to see her back, offers to help her sister settle, but she tells her not to worry, that she will be fine. Following day, Lux confronts her sister asking why Adi chooses to favor her over others in the camp. Madhi tells Lux despite she sacrificed her best for Lux become champion boxer, yet she betrayed her. She reminded her how she made her fight with broken hand, eventually got defeated, but now she is ready to fight and win for the only man that believes in her. Lux got angry and attacked Madhi, but Adi intervened on time to separate them while Madhi walks away as Lux cries. Others in association accuse Madhi of offering sexual favors to Adi. However, he ignoring all the accusations and advises her to make sure she wins, that one more mistake she will be buried for good. She works hard in all the matches and goes on to win the semi-final while everyone claps and celebrate her. The World Women Championship begins. Adi resumed training with Madhi. She performed very excellent as she knocks out all her opponents in all her match, just as Adi and the head coach watches. On the other hand, the heavyweight champion from Russia, Natalya, who knocks hers out in Woman Exchange tournament months ago, is also the talks of the event. The competition becomes tougher, but eventually both of them makes it through to the final round of the competition. A day to the final, during the verification process, Adi finds out Madhi's name is missing from the list. He is instructed to meet the association head coach Dev. He asks Madhi to wait and relax, that he will be back. In hurry, he walks straight to Dev's office. Adi enters the office and meets the news crew. Dev asks others to leave the room to have a quiet conversation with Adi. He reminds him that he hits him in the public years ago with injury that healed but leaves scar on his face. Now he will make sure Madhi and him are disgraced. Adi pleaded with him that whatever happened between them is in the past. He should leave Madhi out of it. The competition is a big win game for India women boxing team. He then asks him if there is anything he can do to make all go away. In return, Dev tells him to resign. He is determined to sacrifice his career to see Madhi in the final. Dev adds that he will not be seen around the pitch in the final. He agrees and walks away. Madhi is dejected after learning about Adi's resignation. She quickly rushes to confront him why he decides to leave her at the time she needs him most, but Adi replied that he did it to see her fight in the final and encourages her to do all her possible best so that the sacrifice doesn't end in regrets. Today is the final, lights on and everyone cheering Madhi. Her parents in the village watching her on television. Madhi enters the stadium with Dev besides her. She sees Natalya, the Russian boxer. This brings her a flashback of how she knocked her out during their earlier match months ago. The commentator is seen eulogizing Natalya for being a tough fighter with great records of top-ranking boxers she had knocked out in her matches. The two girls anticipate the fight from their corners. They touch gloves and the match begin. They both show boxing skills, throw punches, hooks and technically defends punches hits. Natalya suddenly hit Madhi in the face and she falls on the ground in the first round. Meanwhile, Adi also watches the match from the television at home. Rakesh and Pandyan begs him to leave to the stadium in order to motivate Madhi, perhaps win the match. Natalya heavily punches her, almost knock her out, but fortunate for her, she is saved by the bell as the round elapsed. Instead, Madhi asks Dev if Adi has come, but he replied her no. Madhi's parents also watches the match in fear. The fight continues, however this time, Natalya punches seriously injures Madhi as she falls to the ground. She has illusion of Adi encouraging her to get up and fight. She keeps losing points in the rounds and gets badly injured. Lux rushes towards her on the pitch to beg for her forgiveness, showing she cares. Adi finally shows up at the stadium, but Dev sighted him so quick. He called security team to arrest him. Adi struggles with the guards and this catches Madhi's attention as he signals her to attack her opponent's arms to make her weak. Madhi follows the game plan, hits Natalya with precise and heavy punches in the arm for a few minutes till she gets weak and tired. The fight continues. She punches her in the arm with all strength left in her. She receives another signal from Adi. This makes her eventually lower her hands. Everyone including Dev believes she has given up because it's just few seconds in the final round. This indicates an opportunity to Natalya. She rushes toward her. Suddenly she responds with blow in her upper jaw. Natalya falls flat on the floor fainted and Madhi wins by knockout. Everyone celebrates in the stadium and her parent as well. Dev quickly jumps into the ring to take the credit for training Madhi, but she punches him in return and runs towards Adi deep in the crowd. The movie ends as Madhi and Adi hug each other, showing their emotional reunion. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Share, like and turn on notification to help the channel's growth.